Howdy Cab, Jed here from Retiring Disgracefully. I'm going to talk to you today and run through the process of renewing a retirement visa here in Thailand, which is called the Non-Immigrant O Long Stay Visa. But before I go into that, here's an update on the reopening of Thailand's nightlife, or should I say an update on the not opening of Thailand's nightlife. Because unfortunately there's been another blow to the tourism industry overnight, and one that has disappointed a lot of people in the tourism industry, and it's also disappointed me. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha said that the government backed the CCSA's decision to delay the reopening of Thailand's nightlife until January the 15th. So bars and not restaurants so much, bars, pubs and nightclubs will not be allowed to open until the 15th of January. The bars and clubs around the country they've been widely anticipating a reopening on December the 1st. As everyone knows, Thailand opened the doors to vaccinated tourists on November the 1st, and I think most of the industry, the tourism industry, was expecting December the 1st to be a grand reopening of more or less everything, but that's been put on hold. So the hopes of making some revenue over the normally busy end of year period have now been scuppered. So all of those people who've decided to escape the North American and European winters and come to Thailand under its new vaccinated scheme can come, yeah, come on in, but you'll not be able to go out and have a drink. Well, not legally anyway. Because there's confusion here in Koh Samui. I don't know about the rest of Thailand, but in Koh Samui there's so much confusion with the licensing laws. The police are allowing bars to open here, who they class as green zones, meaning the staff have to be fully vaccinated and have 2 COVID tests a week. Whether they'll be allowed to do so, well, that remains to be seen, as the Prime Minister said, and I quote, "Bars and nightlife venues should not be tempted to break the rules, as they will face prosecution if they do so." And that comes straight from the Prime Minister. So the police here are saying one thing and the Prime Minister saying another thing. His warning, it came as many bars and entertainment venues around the country are operating in an open defiance of the closure order. There's many bars staying open. However, the PM says that many of them have already suffered with legal repercussions, so some have been closed down or some have been fined or whatever, I don't know, but that's what the Prime Minister says anyway. I mean, I went out last night and I drove around Samui. I stopped and had a couple of drinks, and yeah, there's bars open. You can still go on and have a drink, and they're not hiding it. Some are still operating under darkness, others are all lit up, which I assume is the green ones classed by the police as green zones with their fully vaccinated staff. So there you have it. Thailand remains the land of confusion regarding COVID, but I suppose that's true of many countries nowadays. Well, the time's crept up on me again. This is the time of the year I really hate about living in Thailand. I love the other 363 days, but these couple of days I don't like. And the reason for that is because tomorrow is the day that I have to go and renew my retirement visa. It should be easy, but unfortunately it never is. And there's a lot to do before I go. So I'll go through it with you step by step. The day before you go for your visa, you need to go to the bank and get a letter from them showing that you have at least 800,000 baht in your bank account for the last 3 months, or you need a letter from your embassy showing that you have a monthly income of 85,000 baht per month. And you have to have those, I think it's not more than 48 hours before you go, but you have to show that it's been in there for 3 months. So that's what I have to do today. I don't, my income goes into the bank in Australia, and then I transfer it when I need it, so it doesn't come in on a monthly basis like my pension, which I can show them. So I always keep a minimum of 800,000 baht in my bank account, and that's what I'll be doing today. I have to go to the bank, they'll issue me a letter, they'll update my passbooks, and I'll take them to immigration tomorrow. The second thing I have to do is go for a medical. You have to have a medical for your visa, and I mean, I don't understand why, because it's not as if it's a full medical where they check you over. What they do, they check your blood pressure, they check to see that you're not colourblind, and they ask you if you're feeling okay. Basically that's it, and I think it costs a few hundred baht to have that. So it's a little bit of a money earner as well for the hospitals, which is probably what it's about, more so than finding out about your health, because it doesn't tell you if, I mean, I could have cancer, I could have a bad heart, I could have many things that would affect my lifestyle here, but they don't check all that. They just check your blood pressure and make sure you're not colourblind. So that's the second thing I'll do today, is go to a clinic. I was going to go to the hospital, but Noya's told me there's a clinic here in Lamai that does it, so I'm going to do that today. That's the two things that I'll be doing today. So what I've been told I need is the application form, which is a TM7 form, and a photograph 4 centimetres by 6 centimetres, which must have been taken within the last 6 months. I need a form visa extension condition, which is an STM2 form, and don't worry, I'll put all these in the onto the video, the forms that you need, so that you can have a look if, in case you're interested and or you're thinking of coming over here and retiring. This is what you'll need. I'll also need my passport, of course, and copies of the pages within the passport up until the current stamp of my retirement visa. That's 1, 2, 3. 4, he says, a letter from embassy showing external pension of not less than, it's 65,000 baht per month. And it has to be for 6 months, show that it's been going in for 6 months. Or, as I also said, you have to prove by taking a letter from your bank that you've had 800,000 baht in your bank account for at least 3 months. I also need the copies of my bank book showing the last 12 months of entries, withdrawals and deposits, and a medical certificate from a hospital.
Okay, driving to the bank now. As you can see, the roads are quite flooded, the side roads. The main roads are very good because they've just been resurfaced, but the little side roads and the roads leading down from the hills and the mountains are quite flooded. Last time I did my visa, I went to the bank and they wanted me to come back the next day. I didn't do it the same day, they told me to come back the next day, but I'm hoping today I can pick it up. I'd like to get everything done in one go today. Get my letter from the bank and also my medical. I bank with Krumskri Bank. When I first came to Thailand, in Phuket, I banked in Phuket, I wanted to open a bank account there, and I went to the Bangkok Bank, which is the biggest bank, and another bank, I can't remember which one it was now, but they put a lot of obstacles in my way. They made it very hard for me to open a bank account. I went and asked the owner of the hotel I was staying at, who was from somewhere in Europe, and he told me that to go to Trunk Street, they were quite easy to open an account, so that's what I did, and I've been with them ever since.
Okay, I've just got my letter from the bank. It cost me 200 baht for them to do the letter, which is not too bad. It's only about $8, something like that, for them to give me the paperwork. They've upgraded my books as well, showing that I've got just 1 million baht in there, so it's 200,000 baht more than I need, which is what I always try to do. So next stop is the clinic for my medical.
Medical centre was only a 2-minute drive, but when we got there we found that it was closed, so I'm going to have to go and search for another one. Now he reckons there's another medical centre down just past Picks, so we're heading down there now. Hopefully this one will be open. I think a lot of them closed because of COVID and they don't have many customers. Most people go to the hospitals now rather than medical centres, I think. Here's Picks coming up on the right hand side, lit up like a Christmas tree. Remember what I said this morning when I was doing the earlier video about bars being open? Well, you know, that's the thing. I think Prime Minister says they're all closed, but many are open, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing most of the time. The police force here are saying yes, you can open, but the government are saying no, you can't open. Anyway, the good thing is this medical centre is open, so I'll just nip in here and see if I can get a visa medical.
So I've had my medical. It's still pouring down outside when I got back outside. It was just normal medical. It was a little bit more thorough than last time, must admit, but still nothing, not like a full medical. They took my blood pressure. They asked me how tall I was. They didn't measure me or weigh me. They asked me how tall I was, how much I weighed. Then I went in to see the doctor. He just got a stethoscope and tested my heart, said everything was good. He said I was a fine specimen of a man, and a credit to my gender. Nah, not really. But yeah, everything's good. It cost me 240 baht, which is what I paid last time, I think. So yeah, everything's good now. I've got my bank letter and I've got my medical. And tomorrow, that's the hard part. Tomorrow I go to immigration at my NAM, and well, hopefully everything will go well there. I'm a bit scared about they're going to ask for the 3 million baht insurance, but we'll see what happens, eh? Okay, I'm back home now. Everything's finished for the day. I've got everything I needed to do done, ready for my visa tomorrow. Not looking forward to tomorrow, as I said before. It's maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised this time, but we'll see. So I came home. I made a chicken lasagna for dinner. Noise at work, so we can have that when she comes home in about another hour or so. I'm just going to sit and have a coldie, a Chang beer. Tomorrow's Noise day off, but it's not going to be a an exciting day tomorrow. Going to immigration, plus the weather. The weather's not very good. It hasn't been good now for, it'll be close to 3 weeks now. We've had rain more or less constantly for 3 weeks. Sometimes heavy, sometimes just showers, but the last few days have been very heavy, the last 3 or 4 days. So I'm not expecting too much of a great day off for Noi tomorrow. Tomorrow is Loi Krathong, which is a Buddhist festival. It's probably the second biggest festival in Thailand in the whole of the year. Very important. And it's a water festival, which obviously with having all this rain, I suppose fits in well, but it's not a water festival for rain, it's supposed to be for the sea and the rivers. But I'll explain a little bit more about that to you tomorrow, because tomorrow morning I'm going to go down and see if they've started to prepare for it. I'm not sure if they have because of the rain. From what I read in the news, it's on. Loi Krathong is on. It's going to be on tomorrow night. But you know, if it carries on with this torrential rain, well, I can't see how it can. It's held on the beach, and I can't see anyone going there. But anyway, as I say, it's Noi's day off, and hopefully, last year we had a great time there. I only just met Noi, and we went there, and it was fantastic. And I was looking forward to this year, because now I'm living here as well. But it remains to be seen. Tomorrow, hopefully, the weather, I'll wake up in the morning, the sun will be shining, and it'll go ahead as normal. But I'm going to go and check it out in the morning before I go to immigration. So that's all for now. As usual, please, if you don't mind, if you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button. It will help me a lot. I'm trying to get my channel up and running. I know I make mistakes, and I know I'm not the best YouTuber in the world, but all that comes with time, and it all comes with practice. So, but I'm trying to get recognised. So if you possibly can, push the subscribe button. As I say, it won't cost you anything. You'll just get a message from YouTube when I post a video. Also, push the thumbs up button. That also helps. I don't know how, but it helps. Apparently, if people push the thumbs up, YouTube notice that people are liking what I'm doing. So push the thumbs up button. Watch it all the way through. That's important too. And if you know of anyone who might like to watch the channel, please push the link and pass the link on to your friend or family, whoever it is you think might like to watch it. So thanks very much for watching once again. I hope you have enjoyed watching the videos as much as I've enjoyed making them. I'm sorry as well that at the moment, because of the weather and because of COVID, very hard to get out there and do good videos. I can't take you places that I'd love to take you. There's so many interesting places to show you, but a lot of them closed. They've gone out of business even. So it is very hard. I was hoping that everything was going to open up on December the 1st, which we talked about this morning. I was hoping everything was going to open up, and I could then do a trip around Thailand and go and show you all these exciting, beautiful places that you can see. That, you know, Thailand's such a magnificent place. It's a wonderful place, and so everywhere you go is different. You go Isan, it's different. You go Chiang Mai, it's different. You go down to Hat Yai, it's different. Everywhere's different. Everywhere has different cultures and different ways of life, and even different religions. You know, you've got your Muslim down south, you've got your Buddhist religions. You've got so many different things and different ways of life that I want to show you. But so hard. I was hoping December the 1st that things could open up and I could say, okay, right, we're going around Thailand. But maybe January, when they open the bars and they open everything else up, maybe then I can say, okay, that's what we'll do. We start the new year off good, and give up my place here, and we just travel around Thailand and spend 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year. I don't care. I'm retired. I can do anything I want. I'd love to spend a year driving around Thailand. So please bear with me. I know I don't like doing these videos telling you about how to get a visa, how to do this, how to do that. I want to show you everything. I want to go out and say, oh, look at this beautiful view, look at this beach, look at, I want to go on a jet ski and go around an island. I want to do all sorts of things. There's many things I want to show you about this lovely country. And I've just heard that PP Island is opening up in the new year. That's opening up soon. So that's number one on my list, I think, is PP Island. I haven't been there for a long time. They closed it down before COVID, actually. They closed it down because of pollution about maybe 2 years, two years and a few months ago. They closed it down. It's been closed since. So they're opening that up again soon. So that could be one of the first places I'll go to, will be PP Island. Beautiful. It's probably the nicest island in the world. So that's something to look forward to. But that's just a start. I'm going to do lots and lots and lots. I want to travel. I want to show you everything there is to see in Thailand. So please bear with me, please support me, and please keep watching my videos, because I love doing them, and they keep me young, they keep me fit, they keep me healthy, because I'm doing something. I'm not just sitting at home watching TV and reading books. I'm out there, I'm doing something. So thanks very much for watching once again, and I'll see you tomorrow at immigration. No, first of all, I'll see you at Lamai Beach. We're going to have a look at the beach and see how things are going for the festival tomorrow night. Okay, cheers now. Good night.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107